What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about how we may have been fooled by one key scene in Scream 6's trailer. Now, it seems like people are starting to kind of think of this, so this may not be all that original. Maybe some other even content creator beats me to the punch by the time this video goes up. But I do want to thank Bradley over on Twitter. He's the first one that sent me this. I started to do some digging. Again, I've seen some accounts here and there that have come up with the same idea. So what this involves is the iconic, and I think that's a proper word to use, the scene of Tara smirking. Why was she smirking? Well, here's the thing. We went through theories. I did live streams, a few days ago. We went through theories of what are the possibilities. Do you look at it as like a sinister look? Do you look at it as like a prideful look, like she's proud of Sam in some way? She's willing to accept her fate, right? Whatever it may be. I think we're going to have similar things to say in reverse in just a second, but it is about to be reversed because some people had the bright idea to flip the image upside down. Shocking. We know that these trailers aren't filmed sequentially. They're not in order. There's even some scenes like with Gale where they put some scenes that happen after, before. This is what happens, and I think it's a very clever way to do the trailer. But you got to look at a couple different things. Number one is the arms, right? So when Sam is holding Tara. Now that's what we've always said, right? Sam is holding Tara. And the debate has been, is Sam pulling her up? Because actually what you see is the arm slipping. And specifically, I think actually this is kind of important to say, you see Tara's arm slipping. Now, if you're looking at it where Tara's arm is at the bottom, then you can imagine something like this, right? If the arm is slipping, it's about to fall. So Tara's at the bottom, and the arm is slipping from Sam's, who's kind of like the dominant arm holding her up, and Tara's about to fall. So again, we kind of went through the whole thing of why is she smirking? Is she Ghostface? Is she behind all this? Really inopportune time to announce that, right? As you're about to be dropped to your death, you decide that you're going to tell them that you're ghost. So it didn't really make much sense to me that was going to be the case, or at least that's how it would be portrayed. But is it like a prideful thing where Ghostface is coming up behind Sam? I do want to mention this. It does seem, it's possible it's not, but it does seem based off of the surrounding and the bar that goes all the way around the balcony, the top, the second floor of the theater. When Ghostface is dragging the knife, it actually does seem like that's the same scene. Ghostface is dragging the knife, getting closer to Sam and Tara, one of which is holding the other above. Now, again, we always thought it was Tara, so the idea was Ghostface is about to come up next to Sam, attack Sam. And in my opinion, how I read the scene was that Tara is kind of accepting, like, hey, drop me because if you get stabbed, we're both going to die. So kill me off. It's fine. Go defend yourself. That's how I read it. Now, what was always odd about it, especially as people started to put together that it really did seem like they're also on the balcony, was, well, Sam gets flung off it seems like, right? Sam gets flung off the balcony basically in the next scene of the trailer, right? She falls. So then the thought is, okay, well, so Tara falls, right? You assume, or she somehow has like super strength and she pulls Sam down as she climbs up. Like, the only way you can really think about that is if Sam lets Tara go, so Tara falls, but then Ghostface comes behind and throws Sam over, which, and I said this in those live streams, that doesn't even work, I would assume, because you're so afraid that Tara is going to drop and fall and die. Why would you show Sam falling? Because then it can't be from the same location. And if it is, it just takes away from the weight of it, right? Because if Tara is so afraid, or Sam is so afraid that if Tara falls that she's going to die, well, Sam is about to be thrown off of it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So there were actually some clues all along that maybe we're reading the scene wrong. And I suppose flipping it, just doing the exact opposite, maybe that's wrong. Maybe we were actually right. We'll see when the movie comes out. But I think if you look at it in reverse, so now Sam is the arm that's at the bottom. Tara is the one holding her up. So now when Tara's arm kind of pulls, it's actually possible now that she is letting go. In fact, that's the vibe I would get. Or maybe Sam is slipping and it just makes it look, the way I perceive it, is that Tara is the arm that's moving. But the point is this now. You actually have to look at it maybe in the same way that you just were, but it actually makes Tara look worse in the one way. So remember how I said if she was the one that was going to fall, and if you thought the smirking meant that she was Ghostface, right? That she's about to, give it up. And I would say, well, why would you do that when you're about to be dropped to your death? Bad timing. Well, now if you think the exact same thing, but you put Tara as the one that's holding Sam up, now it makes her look worse. Now, the prideful thing, the other option, still applies. So you can still look, in my opinion, you can still look at it two different ways. Number one, Tara is behind this. Ghostface is coming up, and Sam's like, oh my God. And then Tara smiles and drops her, lets her go because she's actually a part of it. Maybe even it's possible she is still trying to be secretive about it, so she gets fake attacked by Ghostface, right? However you want to imagine that sequence going. That is a possibility. Now, by the way, in case you're like new to the channel, you're like, well, where does Alex fall? I don't think Tara has anything to do with it. Okay, it's my personal opinion that I don't believe they're going to do that. I think that would be super bold. I kind of think it would be super awesome depending on how it would go. I think it'd be really cool if they actually did do something like that, because that would be one of the biggest twists that you could ever. You think Sam is going to do it, and then all of a sudden Tara does it. That would be gigantic. But to put the brakes on, I don't think that's going to happen. I do think it's a cool theory. Talking about this scene, I do think it's interesting. I just kind of want to let you know where I stand. But it could happen, right? So now the smirk being a malicious, a sinister kind of thing, it actually makes more sense now if she's on top, if she's the one holding her, because now she is in a position to do it. Whereas if she was on the bottom, smiling at Sam, being like, you got me, I'm Ghostface, why would you do that, right? It doesn't make any sense to do something like that. But if you're on top, you have the leverage, you have all the power, you have the high ground, so you can do it now. Now on the other side of things, again, the reason why I think it actually makes it work, and this all just makes more sense, if Tara is on top, if she's the higher person holding Sam, and then you see maybe like one or two scenes later, Sam getting flung from the balcony, well, what could that mean? Well, if Tara's look is that of pride, is that of Sam is telling her, Tara, you gotta let go. It's hard to do it without getting into those kind of cliche lines, right? We talked about Tara being like, Sam, let me go. You have to let me go. It could be the same kind of thing. Like, Tara, Ghostface is coming. You gotta drop me or you're gonna get it. So, like, you have to let me go. And then Tara kind of smiles and like, I'm proud of you, big sister. Like, all right, you've accepted you could die here or get seriously injured, so I'm gonna let you go. Doing it to defend Tara, right? Sam is saying it's either both of us or you can save yourself. So, and then again, the next scene being Sam falling. Well, why would she fall? Well, if Tara let go, that would make sense, wouldn't it? That'd make a lot of sense. Now, there's one other. I just want to throw this in here. I'm trying to like just nail every kind of theory that I've seen so far about this scene. There was one idea that it could almost be a Scream 2 thing, where when Gail gets shot and then all the stuff happens and then she gets picked up. She gets pulled up. You could look at it because, we had talked about that. Is it Tara falling or is it Tara being pulled up? Now, again, maybe it's now in the reverse where it's Sam falling. You could say, is it Sam being pulled up? But because of where I do believe it's taking place at, which is basically the center, like the middle, you see a balcony in a theater. It's dead center. There's no way you can pull somebody up from, it's actually impossible. So I want to throw that in. I had seen that before. I like that idea. If we didn't know where it was, like a little bit more specifically, you could say maybe this is actually like the tail end of the film after the final act, the killers have been killed, and whoever is doing the pulling up is bringing up another person from like a floor beneath them. But just because of the height thing, I just don't think that can be happening, right? So very interesting. Again, I personally think that it's just Tara being proud of Sam, probably because of something Sam tells Tara in that moment, and that's when Tara then would smile. That's if Tara is on top. If Tara is on the bottom, again, it kind of just goes into all the stuff we talked about in the live stream. I don't really know how that scene will play out. She falls, and then Ghostface, like, shoulder strikes, Sam, and Sam falls off the edge, and it's like, well, both of them fell then? It doesn't really make too much sense to me. So I kind of, again, mentioned that in the live streams. No matter how you view it, it kind of did feel like we were off. Or I'll take ownership of myself. It did feel like I was a little off. So does this make it more believable? I kind of think it does. And so again, no, I don't think Tara is Ghostface. I don't know if I would prefer that to happen. I would say I wouldn't mind it. Again, what I said earlier in this video, it would be cool. It would be different. It would be unique. All those kind of buzzwords. I don't know if I would prefer it, but it would definitely be all those words, and I would watch it for, definitely for sure, and see where it takes us. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I'll see you all on the next one.